We have 5 sense organs and 5 motor organs. The 5 sense organs are eyes, ears, nose, tongue and the skin. The 5 motor organs are the organs that we can willfully move. They are lips, hands, legs, the anus and the sex organs. So totally we are talking about 10 organs, 5 sense organs and 5 motor organs. There are schools today that tout themselves to be multimedia compliant with the internet in every classroom, and they charge very high fees. These are elitist schools. Now I ask you the question, in one of these schools, a child sitting at a desk is shown the most beautiful rose in the world on the screen. How many of these 10 organs are used? Only one, and that is the eyes. So 1 out of 10, which means that the child is only getting 10% of the input. And it would get 10% of the input if it saw every detail of the rose that was shown on the screen, which is not that possible. So in most cases, it's less than 10% that the child gains. Now, if I were to show the child a wild rose or a wild flower in a forest, how many of these 10 organs are used? All the 5 sense organs are used. The child can see the flower, the child can feel the petals, the leaves and the stem and the soil in which the flower grows. The child can taste the petals of the flower, the child can taste the leaves of the flower. The child can listen to the environment in which the flower grows. The child can hear the birds that are chirping around. And the child can smell the flower, the soil that is there. In addition, the lips, the hands and the legs are used because the child is walking around in the forest. So 8 out of 10, which means that 8 out of the 10 organs are used, and therefore the learning of the child is much more. Yet, where do we send our children to learn? I'm asking you the question, are we doing justice to the creativity of our children? I am trying to create an environment where children will learn in the forest, in nature, and they will get at least exposure to 8 of the 10 senses, and thereby their learning will be much greater. I'll be using the principles of neuroplasticity, biomimicry, and quantum mechanics. I'm still researching, and these are the 3 topics of research that I'm very passionate about. Neuroplasticity believes that our brains are plastic and therefore can be molded. Biomimicry believes that we have a lot to learn from nature. Nature has been around us for more than billions of years. We have just been here for less than 100,000 years. Since nature has survived all these years, it is obviously much smarter than us. And therefore, instead of we destroying nature, we should be learning from nature. And that is biomimicry. Quantum mechanics is what will be for the 21st century what the theory of relativity was for the 20th century. Quantum mechanics is the unification of spirituality and science. It believes on some principles like the power of intention, the observer effect, and so on. I will be describing each of these 3 in detail in other videos. This video is too short to cover. I'm just trying to cover the bare minimum for now to give a idea of what EBHLE learning environment is about. Most importantly, learning happens by asking questions, by answering to our curiosity, by giving opportunities to our curiosity. It is said, the smart people are not the ones who have all the answers. The smart people are the ones who have the best of questions, and therefore they get the best of answers. We want to create kids who are not scared to ask questions, who are in fact encouraged to ask questions. And therefore, when we allow them to ask questions, they will have all the curiosity that they have in their mind. It will give them the freedom to experience their creativity. Most importantly, our job is not to find answers to their questions, not to give them the answers. Our job is to help them find the answers by themselves. Therefore, in this learning environment, we have learners, which is the students, and we have guides, who are the teachers. They are not really teachers, they are just facilitators. We are all facilitators. And it is a collaborative learning environment because we expect the children to learn and know more than us so that the next generation can be smarter than us. Therefore, if a child asks a question to which the guide does not know the answer, instead of being a cry for shame, it will be a joy and jubilation for celebrating something that we can learn more about together. That is the whole principle of creativity and encouraging creativity. Now, there are many people who come to my learning environment and tell me that their children should not get bored. And I tell them, if you don't want your children to get bored, then why do you let them sleep? People don't realize that when we sleep, that is the most creative part of our day. There is something known as REM, rapid eye movement. And that is one part of the sleep when our brain is most active. There is REM and non-REM. There are two major parts of a sleep cycle. And the cycle takes about 110 minutes, which is about 2 hours. And we need 4 sleep cycles per night. Therefore, we require 8 hours of sleep. Younger children need longer because their sleep cycles are longer, but they need 4 sleep cycles. Same way, older people, their sleep cycles are shorter and therefore need less amount of time to sleep. Same way, when we get bored, actually we are not bored. That is when our brains are being the most active. And to do this, we have to give our children the freedom to be by themselves. Today, parents are sending their children for tuitions, for so many other things, dance classes, which will make them active and just keep them on the run. Why not give them the time? Let them rest. Let them assume and assimilate what they can. At my farm, please just observe the kids. Do not intervene. Let them be themselves. And I've told them, if the kids are doing nothing, that's good. I don't have to teach them how to meditate. Yoga has taught us that meditation is one of the best ways to keep ourselves connected with ourselves, to be connected on the inside. And that is so blissful, so wondrous, and so wondering. So let's let our children stay the way they are and explore creativity and curiosity on their own terms.